Match day 2 of the UEFA Champions League served up what we expected it to serve. As champions, Paris Saint-Germain went with a makeshift squad to Barcelona and defeated Barcelona. For Barcelona fans, the conversation last season, if now we did that final, PSG for a year win, but without Marquinhos, without Dessia Deore, without Ousmane Dembele, it was also without Kavisha. It was PSG who had the upper hand. On Tuesday, it was Victor Osimhen show in Turkey as he stopped Liverpool and handed Liverpool their second defeat, back-to-back defeat for onslaught. And it looked like there's trouble in paradise for Chelsea, a first win in the Champions League. Also for Newcastle, a first win in the Champions League. For Arsenal, an easy ride against Olympiacos. Fifth heaven for the likes of Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, and of course Real Madrid, who are waxing and sitting pretty top in the Champions League. For Manchester City, it was a draw denied by one man who used to play football in the Premier League, Eric Dier, as they put out a draw against Monaco. Of course, the Bishop and Shekari Ladies Man joins me as we review what transpired in the UEFA Champions League Matchday 2 for Tuesday and Wednesday. First, it is good to have the Ladies Man return. It's not been the best of months for him. As a Manchester United fan, unfortunately, they don't play. Yeah, happy new month, guys. Happy new month. And the Bishop, you look egregious.
Wow. I feel blessed. You know?
Yeah, it's a new month. It's 65 years of Nigeria's independence,
He needs independence, and that's why this month is
He needs independence from Amorim, right?
Absolutely. From heartbreak, from Ruben Amorim. And I think October came too late for him, but happy independence, my brother. Happy new month. And it's good to be back again. Thank you very much.
Also, you look,
prima proper, right?
Yeah, very, very.
I look dapper. It's what
Are you Jack Draper?
But it is what it is. But you see, I learned from the best.
Where is she?
You?
Where is she? Where is she?
Who is she?
I don't know.
Let's focus on sport.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
She's not outside.
No.
She's not downstairs. Okay, guys. Let's focus on the Champions League quickly. Let's start from where is close to us. Of course, where is close to us is Victor Osimhen. So unfortunately, Okani Sam is not here.
Unfortunately,
you were very sure. In fact, Okani Sam in his actual words said that even 5 Osimhen on the field of play
can't help them. Yeah.
Can't help them. Even though he said he would be happy if Victor Osimhen gets on the score sheet. But at the end of the day, it was the Nigerian man Ijaya Olusosun who had the upper hand. Made Konate suffer. Come like say Konate they find help.
I think Konate bad.
Van Dijk had to even exchange jersey at some point after the match. Yeah. But it was Liverpool 0, Galatasaray 1. Shocking result. But Galatasaray remained unbeaten in 4 games against Premier League opposition. And Osimhen's penalty the difference. Yeah. It could have been 2, it could have been 3. Yeah. Alisson, and then Osimhen not able to finish properly. Yeah. There's probably in parallel, but let's start with Galatasaray and Victor Osimhen. Fantastic performance.
Fantastic performance. The last
Were you surprised?
I'm very surprised. I was perplexed. I was thrown aback. It
was egregious.
Come on, man. The truth remains that to be sincere, no, but I didn't say it.
First, apologize to Galatasaray fans.
Maybe history.
Also apologize.
I do no such thing.
Why?
I'm braggadocious. I'm proud.
Why Arsenal never win Champions League?
You look proud.
Yeah, come on, naturally I should be. Anyway, but let me be sincere. What a game for Galatasaray. The last time both teams met was a 3-2 victory to Galatasaray, and then they took inspiration from that result, to find a way to get past Liverpool side, who I feel were out of sorts. Again, that brings questions some of the players they bought in the summer and whether they fit. Was it Jimmy Carragher that went on a rant after that game, saying how bad 2 consecutive losses. As he said, they smash and grab, they get it long, but it's 2 consecutive losses, and they played so badly, so shabbily, but come on, it's that bad. But for Buruk at Atatürk Stadium in Turkey, the fans were jumpy. See, I think one of the hardest place to play is that stadium. The fans was
crazy atmosphere.
Absolutely, they kept on pushing the players forward. Victor Osimhen getting the penalty, even though he was quite wasteful on the night, but got the job. He becomes the most
highest scorer in Nigeria, 10
in
goals
the
in the
Champions League, surpassing Perfect Martins, who had 9 during his time at Inter Milan. So it was a night made for Osimhen. Even though, like you said, he could have scored 2 or 3. Alisson got injured to make him he saved for one of his goals. But again, see, Galatasaray won't care it's a league format, not a group stage format. So they may never see Liverpool again. Liverpool is
and that's the bad thing. If I say
Exactly.
party, you don't pass.
You can never pick. So they've got a 3 point. After that horrendous 5-1 drubbing by Frankfurt in the first game of the season, Osimhen reappears and reawakens the Galatasaray giant in them.
Osimhen.
Oh, I think you want to talk about that game. I don't know why Uncanny Sam go talk say narrate where not rate Osimhen. No, not just
No, you know in his words, Osimhen fit score, but Galatasaray
Can't beat them. That's
okay.
It's a miracle.
No, but going into this season, but I know say I've been talk about that Galatasaray team. I know they brought in some players, good players. I know they brought in Leroy Sané. One move where I don't even expect how they were able to pull that off. Yeah, they brought in Gundogan, a good creator as well. I think they brought in one older defender like that. I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah, but they got some good players there. Lucas Torreira,
Yes,
Mauro
Torreira has
Icardi,
been there.
Davison
Davison Sanchez too has also been there for a while. But before, like, aside that, I've always said it. That Liverpool side not be him, right? They just give me this, would I say, Spurs vibes. They've been finding a way to get results. Yes,
Yeah.
they find a way to win games, but they're not. They play that football we want to see, right? McAllister, I don't even recognize McAllister. Last season he was very good. Right. These days he doesn't get to start all of the time, but even when he does play, they give me that McAllister what I see for Brighton. I know say when he been joined Liverpool first off, it was not an exact replica of the Brighton time, but he popped. Do you get at some point he started playing? We started seeing that, but it's not there anymore. The person where I feel say they even try on a few occasions now around Gravenberch, and the other day he wasn't really there. If we're going to be honest, so I sort of expected that result. I wouldn't really say not seeing Liverpool score a goal in that game. I sort of expected
Liverpool to score. Yeah.
Yes, them to score, but not
win the game.
Not be able to win that game.
You can't pay over 120 million for a striker, British record.
Yeah.
And not expect them to score. You can't pay over 69 million pounds for a Hugo Ekitike.
The truth is,
I don't expect to score.
The truth of the matter is, he spent almost 500 million on attackers alone.
Attacking players.
Just this concluded transfer window, and you go into a game like that, and then
against Galatasaray,
score goals. Their backline self not even there.
Strong like that.
It's not the best of it. Veit is there. Come on.
Apologies all for Veit fans around the world. That guy is a disaster.
008.
I just feel like
hard one.
But remember, they talk this and say this guy go flop. This guy, because we've seen it a lot of times with most of those young German players.
I feel the league is too quick for him.
That is the truth.
He can't think up. He can't. Why he go wake up to think and what he wants to do?
No, so do you know that?
The chat is gone.
Know that the German Bundesliga is the exact opposite of the Premier League.
Very slow and steady.
The exact opposite.
Structured.
If you don't even get, you can be a player with the pace of Mertesacker and excel well in a league like that. But in Premier League, this guy don't even get chance. They think.
You can't think.
We know say in the talented, you get situations where you go see player. He's not getting the end product. He's not getting the productivity, right?
But at least in the joint play.
Do you get? You see the intentions. You see what he wants to do. It's not there with this guy. He's just an average player. Do you get? Yes. As it stands, I just like seeing a squad number, and I think it's about that time where Liverpool and Slots maybe listen to or maybe you want to do what what's his name, Jamie Carragher said, by keeping that man. Do you get? Drop him off the squad for a bit, and then play Alexis McAllister up there, or let's see what can come out of it, because as it stands now, it's not looking pretty. The football they are playing is not pretty at all.
Shabby.
See what they played against Arsenal. They find a way to win that game. They're not playing any good football. In fact, all season, yes, there was. But the Newcastle game. But I would not say they dominated that game. They did not. In fact, from the Community Shield, I started saying that this Liverpool football is shitty. Absolute dog shit. What they play. And it looks like it's only going to get worse. I said this thing before when season started. This thing way what's his name? This thing way Ancelotti want do with Salah and the attackers we get, it not go work. See, look at the state of Salah. As at this time last season, Salah already had 7 goals.
Yeah, I don't pipe.
As at this time last season, he already had 7 goals.
And the 2 goals by the mercy of the Lord. Because
by the grace of the Lord.
Penalty and that's...
Come on.
But
come on.
It's what it is. And of course, Galatasaray will take in 3 points in the bag. Liverpool's first loss in the Champions League, back-to-back loss. They'll have their hands full next. Well, for Chelsea, it was a 1-0 slim win over Benfica in their game. An own goal in that one. But back-to-back 2-1 back, red card, if I'm allowed to say it that way. 3 red cards in the last 4 games for Chelsea are not good enough. But guys, let's move away from Chelsea. Let's go to the trains that transpired on Wednesday night, and where to be, and if not Spain, where against all odds, Paris Saint-Germain went into that game as defending champions, but they went into that game not favourites. Barcelona were missing the service of Rafinha, but Paris Saint-Germain missed the service of Ousmane Dembele. In fact, 5 of the players who were in their starting lineup in the Champions League final last season was missing in action, including Gianluigi Donnarumma, who has left the club. Marquinhos missed, that's 5, making it 5.
Neves, Marquinhos, Okavisha, Dembele, Donnarumma, 6.
That's 6 players.
Crazy.
Bonkers. Absolute
Barcelona still did
bonkers.
not find a way to win.
Simple.
Come on,
The La Liga has got...
Lamine Yamal was not it.
That's why he's the Copa Trophy player, not the Ballon d'Or. The boy is just above average. No disrespect to the fans who come from me after now. I don't see.
No, now.
That's
below the belt.
I repeat again. The boy is just above average, and I'll tell you why. See, the boy could become the next big thing, but allow the boy grow. I think the fact that they begin to sing in his ears that he's already the real deal is the finished article. But that boy needs that article needs some editing, and that's what Paris Saint-Germain showed it.
Mendes again.
In the big stage, where
Kept
was he?
him close.
We saw him against Inter Milan. Where was he? He evaporated. He was closed up, caged up. We saw him against PSG again. The boy can become the boy wonder. He can become the Mbappe in future. But let allow the boy drive. Let allow him thrive. Because a lot of people keep saying he's not. And see, take this one from all La Liga fans again. I know I may be sounding a bit maybe pummeling, but come on, guys, take it in, suck it all in. La Liga has got average players.
Absolutely.
La Liga has,
Absolutely.
see, from Real Madrid to Atletico Madrid, who spanked them 5-2. Suicidal. That's an average team spanking one of the best teams 5-2.
Should I add to that?
See, that's not winning the league because all teams are bad.
Now let me add to that. I feel like La Liga, they have the worst kind of defenders.
And the worst kind of players at the moment.
Who goes out there to buy?
leagues.
Who goes out there to buy top defenders from the La Liga?
Nobody does that.
Who does
Strikers. What we know God has blessed them with midfielders. There's the Mendes of this world. Even Mikel Moreno is a trap. A trap that Arsenal tried to get out of.
So how did he go bad for Barcelona?
Simple. It's just
or was it the brilliance of Luis Enrique?
I'm not giving him his flowers, but I think it's the nonchalant, the complacent, and the bad team Barcelona has got. Because let me be sincere with you, I think a Newcastle will beat this Barcelona team.
But they played against Barcelona.
I'm just giving you an example.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. What happened that day was not as if Barcelona were on top of it. It was just this guy who took that game personal, Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, Marcus, yeah.
Returning back to England. But you could see they were at par.
Absolutely.
A Newcastle team would have beaten this PSG team. After all, they beat them 4-0. Even when they had everybody at the park, the St. James's Park, so a few years ago. So, I see, La Liga has got average players. And the league is, from Madrid, which I think are still topsy-turvy, to Barcelona, to Atletico Madrid, not convincing, never convincing, still not convinced that this team, and again, Lamine argument, not ready yet. Will become ready in future. Yeah. But come on, when I saw his father saying he was the one to win, I said, come on. They seem to see, he needs to take a chill pill and move on. But again, give it to Luis Enrique. When a Mayulu, a teenager,
19-year-old,
is coming into your pitch of play.
17-year-old.
No, 19. Mayulu is 19.
Okay.
And smacking you good, and scoring you, go against you. Gonçalo Ramos looks like the prime Gonçalo Higuain. Then there's a problem with your team. See, defensively, Barcelona has got issues. I think the defensive issue is well documented. But to lose to this Paris Saint-Germain team is totally not acceptable.
Without their key players.
Absolutely not acceptable.
Well, sad one for Barcelona, but it's what it is. Guys, let's go to Arsenal quickly. 2-0 win over Olympiacos. Expected, but
pretty much expected.
But not impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now put a smile on your face.
If you want,
put a smile on your face.
If you want to tell yourself the truth.
If you want to tell yourself the truth. Exactly.
I don't think Arsenal played the best of football. We saw how they I mean, for a larger part of that game, it was 1-0 now. Till Bukayo Saka, he had to literally force the issue, make the ball in time, sign it by fire by force. But I mean, pretty much expected. That Olympiacos side, nothing really did that side where I could say we could cause trouble.
That's not been a banana peel for Arsenal.
Yes, we know that with this new Champions League format, smaller teams, they somehow bring upsets and all of that. But the truth has to be said. Coming off the win they had against Newcastle last weekend, I mean, they were flying. They really were flying. So I expected.
I wish I could pause that and get you to say that again. They were what?
I will not say it again.
Pecked Man City back. 2-2 ended. Yeah. Even though Erling Haaland 51 goals in 50 Champions League games.
That boy is a
fantastic player.
That boy is a beast.
I think it is fun to see Haaland score goals, but I feel for him every time he does well and then results don't go their way. Eric Dier with the penalty to help Monaco get the point.
It tells you the story of the whole team. You know, Man City were untouchable, impeccable. They had a team that couldn't crack under pressure. This team can crack. Look at that penalty conceded. There was no need to raise those legs. So some decision they make, you know, this thing is going through a phase. Call it diminishing return, call it a drop free fall from the head, whatever you want to say. But I think Gola is doing a fantastic job keeping them at least afloat.
Yeah.
With all that is happening. It's just a quality effect. But what a player Haaland is. One chance, one goal. Look at the first goal. Flicked over the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was practically a spectator, but there's still problem in paradise. I know it's a point for them, but the master of old would not just beat Monaco. They will smack through them like a pack of cards.
Well, of course, they will spark to them like a pack of cards. Let's quickly run through the results from the UEFA Champions League for Tuesday and Wednesday. Real Madrid beat Kairat Almaty by 5-0. Atlanta got the better of Club Brugge by 2-1. It was a start in that game for Nigerians Ademola Lookman. Even though did not get on the score sheet. Bayern Munich scored 5 against Pafos with one man on the score sheet. Talking about Nicholas Jackson. Galatasaray beat Liverpool by 1-0. Bodo Glimt played at a 2-2 draw against Spurs. Marseille spanked Ajax by 4-0 with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang among the goal scorers in that game. Atletico Madrid hit 5 against Frankfurt, 5 goals back-to-back for Athletic Club Madrid after also defeating Real Madrid 5-2 in the Champions in the Spanish La Liga. We also had Internacional beat Slavia Prague by 3-0. Chelsea beat Benfica by 1-0 with João Pedro getting sent off in that game. Una Sengiloa were beaten at home by Newcastle United with Anthony Gordon scoring the brace. Newcastle's heaviest win in the UEFA Champions League. Karabakh, the surprise team of the Champions League this season, 2 games, 2 wins. After beating Benfica in their opening game, they beat Copenhagen, the Danish champions, by 2-0 to stay among the big boys after 2 games in the Champions League. Napoli had to dig deep and had one man to thank. Talking about Rasmus Højlund by 2-1. I'll come back to that Napoli conversation. Villarreal played at a 2-2 draw against Juventus. Arsenal beat Olympiacos by 2-0. Bayer Leverkusen played at a 1-1 draw against PSV Eindhoven. Barcelona, of course, were beaten at home by PSG. And of course, Borussia Dortmund beat Athletic Club Bilbao by 4-1. Like we said, the Spanish teams a bit struggling. But guys, Rasmus Højlund, a brace. Surprise, surprise, how this guy would have been in Manchester United watching on his TV sulking, but he took the big step, moved, and got a brace for himself. Thankfully, to a player in Kevin De Bruyne. Wow. Now, the argument is this. He probably did not have a De Bruyne in Man United, but he had a Bruno. But fantastic performance. What's really wrong with Manchester United when it comes to... Man United be like destiny killer.
They move and become better.
Because once they move, they become better.
But give kudos as well to Lukaku for getting the injury when he did.
Of course, one man's foot is another man's spoil.
That's what comes in and slots in like he was been there all year.
Your players are exceeding. Just look at Rasmus.
What about Sancho? Is he excelling?
Well,
Sancho.
He just started playing. He's getting to the team.
Alejandro Garnacho.
He just at least he was that led to the own goal.
Fantastic.
So he got a pre-assist.
He scored yesterday and he got the points the Champions League badge.
In
mind. So waiting they try do now be say Champions League this thing come on. But I would say I will still say it. He's not that kind of now.
Kevin De Bruyne has compared him with Erling Haaland.
These are 2 different
after that
leagues.
game. Do you agree with him?
Come on.
Could become Compare that he can become, not that he is.
Come on. No,
he can. Scandinavians.
Which kind of talk be this?
What do you mean? Because
De Bruyne they play with that. De Bruyne they tell you fact.
You
don't play with that now.
You don't play with him.
Anyways,
De Bruyne they tell you fact. This guy feel be the next Haaland.
He can be. A lot of people they don't say a lot of. They say they are.
Where was this guy? Where was this guy? Why did we say
a lot of persons? A lot of
just admit the fact.
Admit the man suffered him.
They kill players. Future.
Should I tell you the truth?
Please tell me.
Before he joined Man United, he wasn't even He wasn't good.
But it was
He
better.
He wasn't
Atlanta was better than this.
It was how?
He was better.
He wasn't even.
He was better than
He wasn't even a starter. He did not even start for
He was
Atlanta.
scoring
sef.
He was
scoring
better.
goals.
He was.
Was
He
scoring
was.
He come and become defensive striker.
The truth is, now, oh God, this young man doesn't. It's not a matter of
Rest.
do not create chances. Now go and check his stats when he played for Man United. His 2 full seasons at Man United. Go and check his stats. Go and check the chances that was created for him. Check his conversion rates. It was poor. Do you get? He had chances.
Is it that it was poor?
No.
Or the passes were not good enough?
Come
Were
on.
not Kevin De Bruyne like?
If
Look at the Prince
Now-
pass.
now,
Look
shoot
at
that pass.
the way he
Now,
held the ball.
now,
Look at the way.
Look at the way the panache.
you cannot
the finish.
you cannot say that Kevin De Bruyne is a better creator than Bruno Fernandes. You cannot say that.
I will say it. in my
Let-
sleep.
Why not?
I will say it.
I
in
will-
my
Bruno has
sleep.
created more chances
Thank
than-
you very
than
much.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Since he joined the league, no
But the
midfielder in
kind
the
of
league has
chance he
created.
created.
But they create.
Now,
Alan said there's a World Cup. They Kevin De
Bruno put
Bruyne.
it. See,
Let me tell you.
De Bruyne put it on the plate.
let me tell you.
Alan said there's a when he scored against was it against Man City against Man United where he said when this guy Doku passed the ball to him, he said that was the kind of Kevin De Bruyne kind of pass. A pass that don't need to stop your stride. You just need to do is caress the ball in the back of the net. That's what Rasmus Haaland saw. Kevin De Bruyne
Who did they play
Rasmus
against yesterday
Haaland.
again?
Sporting.
For
The
Christ's
sub
sake.
team in
For
Portugal.
Christ's
The same
sake.
Sporting that beat Man
Sporting.
City last season in the Champions League.
Exactly.
For Christ's sake, Sporting. Now, in the Italian Serie A, how many goals has he scored? Just a goal.
No, he scored better than a goal.
He has scored just a goal.
He has scored a goal in Italian Serie A.
He has scored
His
just.
scoring ratio is not bad in the Serie A.
The truth of the matter is,
The boy is scoring goals in the league.
the truth of the
He's
matter
scoring
is,
goals in the Champions League.
he's
Don't try to throw the ball at the
a
box.
terrible striker to the
He
extent
just
that
match day 5 in
he
Serie A,
fails. He fails
and
to
I think
be.
he scored up to 3
He
goals.
fails to
So he
be.
scored just 1 goal in the Serie A.
I know what I'm
Because
saying.
he only played 3 games.
3 games.
now.
Yeah, so not a bad run.
And not okay.
3-1.
Okay, 3 goals. 3 goals in
3-1.
5 games.
Fantastic.
3 goals in
record.
6 games.
3 goals in 5 games.
5.
Okay.
2 Champions League.
2 Champions League.
3 games.
3 in the
Please
league.
give him a hug whenever you see him. This
One-
guy.
Not bad.
One goal in 4. That's what it is. 1 goal in 4 in the league. Now,
Not bad.
at Man United,
1 goal in 3 in the league.
at Man United, he wasn't making those runs. He wasn't make. Probably, I seen don't go Napoli. Maybe the De Bruyne effect. De Bruyne will tell us, say, make this run, go like this, go like.
Like
and all
Bruno
of
tell
that.
him to make these runs, go here and go there.
Now, probably he feel like say Bruno never reached the level where they tell him waiting to do. But the truth has to be said.
Can we
When he
just
was
scrap this
when he was
conversation?
at Man United,
Can we scrap this?
he wasn't. He was.
Can we agree that
He
Man
wasn't.
United is a mess?
Now you see.
Man United is a mess.
So you don't agree
Now-
that
now-
so it's not about United,
Man
it's about the
United-
player.
yeah.
You see how
Wait, now just is it so it's not about Man United, it's about the player.
Rasmus Haaland is a bad business for Man
Oh,
United.
okay.
Was
Man
bad business
United
for Man United.
has messed a lot of players up. So Man United is a
Well,
mess.
Man
Mess.
United did not mess Haaland.
Well,
A striker that came into the
It's
league with 9 goals.
It's interesting
the
to
previous
see
year.
how these players
Messi,
do for
Man
themselves,
United.
but Man United have not helped.
Yeah.
Look at Marcus Rashford doing so well for
Look at
himself.
Anthony. in
Look
Real
at
Betis.
Anthony doing so well for himself.
Look at Rashford.
Look at the guy in
Barcelona.
Borussia Dortmund also that left Manchester United.
Wow,
He wasn't. He was on loan, and
Yeah.
and you cannot
Doing so
you
well
cannot
for
say that
himself.
he did not do well at
Look
Man
at
United.
David again.
You cannot say
Yeah,
that. You
but
cannot
look at
say
him
that
for
he did not
himself.
do well at Man United. You cannot say Sabitzer was a bad player at Man United. You cannot say that.
So well, it's
So
just
sorry,
what it
yeah.
is, you know. But
It is what it is.
we shouldn't even be discussing Man United in Champions League.
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
For, you
Not
know,
even Europa League.
not even Europa
Not even
League,
Conference
not
League, yeah.
Conference League.
But in get together, community,
Even
community
community
league.
shield, they may not be
No
there,
competition,
you know.
community league.
Community
Somewhere
league,
in
okay.
Nyanya.
Nyanya, Maraba,
Yeah.
all those areas,
Yeah.
you know, Kefi,
Youth development.
Youth Development Cup.
Yeah.
But let's look at the Champions League league table. Bayern, of course, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, International, Arsenal, Karabakh. The only 6 teams with maximum points so far in the Champions. Now, the Champions League takes a break and we resume after the international break, where we'll see teams struggle it out to just to Real Madrid, Juventus, one of the standout performances to look out for match day 3, while Arsenal will be at home to Athletic Club Bilbao on match day 3. Atletico Madrid, I beg your pardon, on match day 3. Atletico Madrid, they paced people 5-5. Let's see how it will be against Real Madrid. Of course, that's it for the UEFA Champions League. If your team is not in the Champions League this season, you can only watch and enjoy the beautiful game from Europe's premium competition. Just like, of course, Shekari, who has no team, not Fulham, not United. The funny part, we say, Man United cannot even play the Champions League next season.
6 years.
And that's, wow.
That's bad.
Football Temple,
Yeah.
brought to you by Azar Studios.